Well, hello, everybody. My name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home online and, want to share a story today of a recent experience that I had and, my ever-going quest of personal growth, self-development, my ever-growing quest to become better. I had recently joined a Jim Rohn Mastermind Facebook group. Jim was one of the greatest thought leaders of all time. And when joining the group, I made a video similar to this, just introducing myself to the group and quoting some of my favorite Jim Rohn quotes. And there was a gentleman by the name of Matt Bennett that actually saw that post and reached out to me, and him and I connected and went back and forth on, he had actually did a video shortly after that for the group. And, then a couple weeks later said, hey, let's do a Zoom coffee. Let's get to know each other. And we had a great conversation, actually 2 conversations, just talking about personal growth, talking about self-development, talking about our, journey, becoming the person that we're working on becoming. And, we talked about different books that we had read. And, one of the books that Matt told me had made a big impact on him was actually this book right here, Rejection Proof by Jia Zhang, I believe is the name of I believe is how you say the name of the author. So, I ordered the book, that day, was excited when it came in to start, digging into it. It was interesting as I started reading the book. I actually had heard of this gentleman's story. I'll never forget, years ago, I'd heard about a gentleman who was on a quest to overcome his fear of rejection. And I think the fear of rejection is something that every single one of us, battles with, myself included. A lot of times it's not talked about. It's not a cool thing to say, yeah, I don't like hearing the word no. But at the end of the day, I believe that it's something that every single one of us, battles with. So I remember hearing this gentleman's story. I didn't know the pre-story to it, but I just remember hearing something about a guy that was, had a desire to overcome his fear of rejection. And his goal was to go out and get rejected 100 days in a row. And I remember hearing a story about him going to a security guard at the office that he worked with. His, first day he was videoing his experiences and, asking the security guard to borrow $100. And the security guard said, no, why? And, Jia, was just like, okay, and just left, wanted to get out of the situation. But when he looked at the video afterwards and he reflected, he said, wow, the guy said no, but why? And he said, I never even told him why. And so he said, well, I'm going to get more confidence in this rejection thing. And then the next day he went to a fast food restaurant. And when he was at the fast food restaurant, he went up to the counter and said, hey, I want to know about your unlimited refills, but I don't want a drink refill. I want a burger refill. And he got rejected. And then his third day, he went to Krispy Kreme donuts, and it was during the Olympics that year, and said, I want to go and have 5 donuts put together like the Olympic rings with the Olympic colors. And the gal behind the desk, he thought for sure, she's definitely rejecting me. There's no way. But she was like, huh. And all of a sudden he was like, wow, I think maybe she's going to actually do it. But no way. And she said, well, how long do you need him for? And he goes, 15 minutes. And he's thinking, there's no way she can possibly say yes to that. But here's what happened is she started thinking about it and she went out and made it happen. But not only did she make it happen, but she went and when she gave it to me, said, wow, oh my God, this is amazing. How much do I owe you? And she said, nope, this one is on me. And he was just so blown away by the fact that this woman not only made it happen, but gave it to him for free. And he started really understanding that when you ask for something, even when you expect to get rejected, sometimes great things happen. And this guy's backstory, he was somebody that had, spent years as an employee, always wanted to be an entrepreneur. But when he first wanted to be an entrepreneur, his uncle rejected him. His uncle was his hero. And because his uncle rejected him and said, why are you trying to start your own business? Go out and get a great job. He spent years working for somebody else as an employee. How many people right now are working for somebody else, not pursuing their own dream, but chasing somebody else, but building somebody else's dream just because one person stole their dream? And then he finally got the guts to say, you know what, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. And he quit his job. And his wife rallied behind his cause. And his wife said, you can be an entrepreneur. I'm going to give you 6 months. We're okay. We got 6 months. 6 months. Go out and make it happen. And what was interesting was He started this, this app that he was designing, and 4 months in, they worked so hard, day in, day out, sweat equity, blood, sweat, and tears. And finally, they went to go, with the proposal to the investor, and he was so confident. He was so confident in his delivery, so confident that the investor was going to say, yes, I want to go out and, invest in your company. But when he got the letter back from the investor, he was shocked that what the investor's response was no. And he was devastated. He was like, I'm a failure. He was devastated. He's thinking, I should have never quit my job. He was devastated, thinking to himself, my uncle's right. He was devastated, thinking to himself, wow, I can't believe I let my wife down. I got to go tell my wife, I'm a failure. I let you down. I'm going to go back and get my job back, or I'm going to go get another job. But when he went to his wife, see, sometimes, people believe in you more than you believe in yourself, right? And when he went back to his wife and he told her and he apologized, here's what she said to him. She said, I gave you 6 months. It's only been 4. So you got 2 months. You can't stop. You can't think about quitting right now. You got to go out and make it happen. And that one moment right there, that one moment made him start to think about his fear of rejection. That one moment started to get him to look at the internet and hear about a gentleman who made a game about, overcoming rejection, and all turned into this gentleman's, 100 days of no's in a row contest, and created this video and started a blog. In 3 days into it, it's something that started to create a world popularity and world fame, for him. But just because he was seeking the word no. And I'm 3 chapters into this, but I love it so far. I can't wait to finish the rest of it. Matt, shout out to you, buddy. Thank you so much for recommending the book. But guys, rejection is something that we all battle with. So what can you go out and do today? How can you have somebody say no to you today? Be okay with it and realize, you know what? I got rejected. It's not bad, but maybe, just maybe, you'll be expecting no. Somebody will say yes to you, and something incredible will happen. And here's what my mentor told me years ago. Jeff, the worst thing that somebody can say is no. And sometimes we all just need a reminder that the worst thing that somebody can say is no. So guys, if you got some value out of this video here today, hit the share button, share it with your, your community, drop a comment saying I can be rejection proof. Drop a comment saying I can be rejection proof. My name is Jeff Street. I teach people how to make money from home online. Hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless, and I will talk to everybody tomorrow.